So we're now on to the second dinner party. Have you seen all those cracks starting to show in all those relationships? All but one, that is. Olivia and Jackson. But Olivia, I'm coming back to you. So our first couple to walk through those doors were Brent and Tamara. These two. Wow. They got into one, didn't they? Was it about the TV or something? The TV being too loud? But we didn't get to see what exactly went on. We're just hearing it secondhand. But you could see that Brent was already in a bad mood already. I think he spent a night away, if I remember rightly as well. Because he couldn't deal with all that was going on. The lies, all of it. They just weren't on the same page. So he just needed to separate himself away from her overnight. But I don't think much has changed. Because even coming back, he was still in a bad mood, really and truly. That mood didn't go. And then for her to turn around and talk about the TV. It wasn't about the TV. It was much more than that, as we all know. And then when they came into the dinner party, they were still arguing outside the door before they walked in. Ugh, what a nightmare. Also in the taxi as well. Tamara looked like a deer in headlights. Didn't know what to do with herself. Was afraid to even open her mouth. Mr. Brent, I don't know what he was on. I've got no words. I don't know what he was on. But he was just irritated throughout the whole of this week. He was irritated. So the minute Tamara even opened her mouth, she was going to get it. That's what he was on. Who was the next couple that walked in? Oh yeah, it was Olivia and Jackson. Them two come in very happy, happy-go-lucky, very much in love. But when you saw Brent's face, it was like, oh, why did they have to be so happy? And us two looking like we can't stand each other. He had that look. Oh dear. But I must admit, with Olivia, I'm starting to see a different confidence come out of her. But at the same time, I'm thinking, be careful. That doesn't become cockiness. Be careful. But anyway, her and Jackson are getting on well. Can't see any faults there so far. The next people to walk through the door were Celine and Anthony. Now, them two look very good together. Very comfortable. Yep. Definitely look like a couple this week. They took on the advice that the matchmakers gave them last week and became very friendly with each other. But at the same time, I'm still not totally convinced. On Anthony's part, I can see the effort being made. But Celine, I'm not won over yet. I'm not. I still have my doubts there. Her ugly side will rear itself again sometime soon. I'm just waiting. Who came after them? Oh yes, we had Dominica and Jack. Them two have had their ups and downs through this whole intimacy week, but they seem to have come to a nice even keel with that. I'm sure they're going to have a few mishaps as we go along anyway, the usual. But I do like these two. And Dominica, I liked how she apologised to Anthony when she came in. I was hoping that she would do that because after last week's nightmare with Celine and Anthony, where she tried to ostracise Anthony at the same time and siding with Celine the way she did. So this time she came in with a slightly different head, apologised, but still was standing behind her girl. I really don't know why. I'm not in agreement with that one there. But anyway, I liked her apology. And then Dominica did start talking about Holly and Andrew to Anthony. and how them two can't seem to get it together. She described them both having egos. If I remember rightly, she also described him as a misogynist. She hit the nail on the head with that. She definitely did. And then he also had the nerve to call Holly a narcissist when they were going through the questions for Intimacy Week. This guy called her a narcissist. He needs to look in the mirror. He really needs to have a look in the mirror, because he's the biggest one out there. The biggest narcissist out there. He had the bloody nerve. But don't worry. I know he's going to get what's coming to him at the commitment ceremony. Because the way he was bullshitting everybody on the couch when he walked in, everybody was pandering to him. Where the hell did that come from all of a sudden? Did you not hear him last week? Did you not hear him on the couch last week? And how he sort of degraded her. Talked about how a one night stand had more emotion or feelings than she did in the bedroom. Did you not see how he degrades women? And how he sleeps with 350 women out there in the past 7 years? Oh God, no. He is not marriage material. I've said it before. He is not marriage material. This guy needs therapy. This guy here needs therapy. So he had them all around the couch. Everybody's thinking, oh yeah, Holly's a bit like this, Holly's a bit like that. I'm thinking, where the hell are you guys coming from? How two-faced are you? And by the time Holly even walked in, he had all these people eating out of his hands. Did you see him crying with those crocodile tears? Oh, I just couldn't watch anymore. I couldn't watch anymore. All I saw was narcissist. That's all I saw. All of that. Oh my goodness me, this guy. He wouldn't have had me. He wouldn't have had me. I wouldn't be running to his attention the way everybody else did. Did you see how they all came over and hugged him when they saw him getting tearful? Oh, hell no. He's been doing that all week with Holly. Then Holly, being very much an empathetic person, goes over to him, cuddles him, makes him feel better, and then he gaslights her the next minute. What the fuck is that? I'm not happy. I am not happy. And then when Holly walks in, you saw her parading, showing off. I don't know what she was doing. A catwalk strut. I don't know what she was doing. She's doing too much. She was doing too much. What was that about? What was that about? All you needed to do was humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. But instead you come in with a catwalk strut. Oh, dear me. It was just embarrassing to watch. Then she's going around hugging everybody. And then when it came to Mr. Andrew, she gave him the hand, virtually. That's what she did. And carried on with the rest of the room, hugging everybody else. Oh, how silly did that look? That looked ridiculous. It looked ridiculous. And he tried to get her attention by saying hello. Eventually she said hello, but she still blanked him in a certain way. Watching that was like being in a playground. Oh, you're not talking to me? No, I'm not talking to you. You're not my friend anymore. It was that type of playground nonsense. Dear. So you got all the other women coming to ask what was going on with her. And Olivia, what was going on with you? Is what I'd like to know. You're the first one in there. For someone that was very much on, the hen night? When the girls had their hen night in the beginning, she was the shyest out of the group. She didn't want to speak. But all of a sudden, she's got balls. And she wants to know why. And she wants to know the full story. And she's siding with Mr. Andrew. Like Holly's done all the wrong things. And she shouldn't behave the way she does. Who are you? Were you the fly on the wall when all this was happening? Were you the fly on the wall? Did you see anything? So how are you standing there trying to point the finger at her And she's trying to explain herself. But as you can see with Holly, she gets very flustered when she's trying to explain herself. She has this sort of nervous tick about her. And she looks very, what's the word? She gets very over emotional. That it comes across like she's not altogether there. And gets very muddled up with her words, etc. It comes across like she's slightly unhinged. She comes across that way. Which puts her in a negative light. And Mr. Andrew being very much got this shield up, got himself together, back straight, talks his talk, doesn't get too emotional, got his shit together. He comes across very much like the sane guy. Like, oh, he must be talking the truth. Whilst we've got Holly over here being very neurotic. That's the word I was looking for. Being very neurotic. So she comes across slightly unhinged. Oh, that was not a good look. And that's probably a typical way a narcissist will get at you. Making you look unhinged. Not quite together. Like you've lost all your senses. Oh, that was horrible to watch. It really was. But I didn't like how the women were around Holly, virtually accusing her of being in the wrong. Because Mr. Andrew had spun them a line. He had spun them a whole story. And they believed everything he said. Even after last week. Even after last week when he was on the couch. And the matchmakers were grilling him. I thought they'd be on the same page. But we saw a whole 180 go on here. All of a sudden they're siding with Andrew. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? You know what? I can't. It was just too much to watch. It was just too much to watch. And then you also got Tamara putting her pennies worth in. And I just thought, no, you know what? You need to look at your own relationship. Look at your own relationship. Never mind butting into them two's relationship. Look at your own. You've got your own problems to sort. Oh, I can't deal with people that do that. Sort out your own shit. Instead of trying to involve yourself in other people's business. It's just too much. Oh, dear. Then who did we have coming next? It was, you know what, I can't remember the order. But we had Sam and Al. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. They're getting on with it. Al's still the immature child. She's still trying to teach him. He still can't get it together. Oh, this guy really doesn't know what he's doing. He really doesn't. It's embarrassing to watch. Then we had also Mitch and Ella. Ooh, you're starting to see the cracks with those two. They started off well. They reminded me of, oh God, what was the girl from the last series? The couple from the last series. I called him Peter Pan. And I can't remember what her name was. But the ones that jumped into bed very quickly before getting to know each other. They come across like those two to me. Very similar. Where it's all about hot and heavy at the beginning. Now it's like, start talking emotions and feelings and all that type of stuff. Very disjointed. Mr. Mitch doesn't want to talk about feelings. He doesn't want to talk about those type of things. While she wants that. She wants the kisses, the hugs. And she's not getting it from him. Ooh, we've got a problem here. We have got a problem here. When you saw these two at the dinner table and they were discussing about feelings, I think they were having a conversation with, oh God, who was it? Cody and Selena. Yeah, it was Cody and Selena and these two all having a conversation, and it went on to feelings and communication, and then Ella was conferring with him about the communication aspect of their relationship, and talking about feelings and wanting to be touched and more kisses and so forth. And he was like, very dismissive. Very dismissive. I thought, oh, now we see you. Now we see you. Something's not right here. Something's not right here. He started calling her insecure because she wants hugs and kisses. That's being insecure. Oh, something's not right here. Nah. Even the matchmakers were shocked by his behaviour. Mr. Mitch, we're starting to see your dark side. We are starting to see your dark side. Did you notice when it looked like it was going to escalate into an argument, how Ella became submissive? She backed down. I thought, whoa, what the hell was that about? She didn't want to take it there. I don't know whether she's got her own insecurities in regards to that, because I would have took it there. I would have took it there. But she showed very much a submissive side by doing that. I question what that's about. Now this is going to be interesting to watch. Who else came in? Oh, let's not forget Cody and Selena. When they walked in, they looked very happy-go-lucky. These two have made a lot of progress during this week of intimacy challenge. Yeah, looking promising. They're getting there. They're getting there. So they'll be one to watch for as the weeks go on. But it's looking very promising. So this is where I'm going to leave it for now. Part 2 will follow shortly. If you like what you heard, please like, comment and subscribe. Till next time.